Welcome to the Mindstorm Productions podcast with your hosts, Mindstorm and Auntie Ange.
I gotta change my buttons.
He just did something really daft a second ago. I was like, no!
Yeah.
You should know by now. If it was me and him, something disastrous is going to
I've got to change my keybinds just to get rid of, because anytime...
He did a clip saying, be back in a minute, and we're like, 10, 9, 8. He's like, no!
Yeah, I was quickly putting the button... I was quickly posting on, what's it called, Discord. And, I forgot my keybind. That does the be right back button, because I thought I never pushed that button. It turns out I push that button very often.
Yeah, every 2 seconds.
So I gotta.
Okay, stop eating me.
So I gotta fix that and get rid of that. Well, how is everybody doing today?
Well, it's us, isn't it? What do you expect? Hello, everyone. How are we all? Oh, I've had an exciting week. Sarcastically coming out with that.
Yeah. Caino says, wah.
Wah. I feel like that. Wah. No, I don't really. Certain little dog woke me up at 5:30, and then at about 4 o'clock I felt sleeping. I thought I can't even stick my head down for half an hour because my half an hour turns out to be 2. So, yeah. So if I suddenly go, it's because I've gone to sleep. I don't eat at the moment because the minute I eat, I'm like that. No, drool. Oh, bless. God knows what buttons he's pushing here. You
just
can't
ignore.
see.
Just ignore
You can't
me.
see what he's
Focus
doing.
on not naming any names or anything. You just carry on with what you're doing.
Why? What's he on about there?
About my failures, probably.
Oh, is he being cruel to you again?
When isn't Caino cruel to me?
Did you see anybody see your pre-record yesterday?
Yeah, has anyone seen the Minecraft video I did yesterday? Oh, there we go. Now that fix aggressively points at dog.
Bless.
Rachel says, thank you for the hairdryer.
Has it worked? Has it got rid of any of them sticky things? She keeps forgetting to take a hairdryer down, so I said I'll have a look and looked at some things, and it's a good job I brought the hairdryer because it would work. So hopefully, so when she gets 5 minutes, no time for it working on
multiple videos. Fair enough. It was a long video. I was meant to can't say bye bye. Oh, okay, bye Caino.
Bye Caino. Can always do it on catch up.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was a long video. I was meant to only record an hour and end up doing an hour and a half. 2.5 hours, I mean. I got a bit carried away. Minecraft takes longer than I thought.
Well, I tried to get on Crash Bandicoot yesterday, and I thought, and then I couldn't work it out.
And then you got moody.
So I got a stroppy pants on, and I went, forget it. I got so much to do anyway, which a good job I didn't because I was doing something, and then I messaged my friend to ask her a question. She answered it, and then she says, I'll phone you when her boyfriend's gone to work. So I said, well, let me jump in the shower because I know I was going to be on the phone for a good hour or so. So the time I got off the phone to her, it was like quite late. And then I was so pleased, I can say this, my other friend popped to have his dinner, and then he left, and I was so pleased when he left. I was like, I've eaten, I need to get to sleep, I need to get to my bed. But he was tired when he come round anyway. He only turned up for his dinner and then bloody buggered off.
If he sees that? If he sees what you just said?
Oh, he'd be alright. I've heard worse from him. I bet you worked till late. Well, this is when you got that client, haven't you? When the client cancels off, Rachel. She hadn't tried it yet because she worked till late. But it's ideal when the client cancels off.
You just twitched.
This one's wearing the 101.
Yep.
100 podcast t-shirt.
100 podcasts.
101, isn't it?
The link is in the description if you want to get yours. That comes in so many colours.
And he's worked so hard putting it all on the computer system.
Very hard.
Yes, and I might be sending this link to somebody, so I'll be going, yes, you can order any t-shirt if you like as well. So,
join us, be part of Team 100. Hang on, if I can show the back. I can't. It says Team 100 on the back.
Woohoo! So, anyway, what shall we start with?
We wanted to talk about the whole council culture, didn't we?
Yes, the whole council culture. That's because I've had a nice experience the other day and somebody's
Yes, we'll let Auntie Ange have a rant about what's happened recently.
misread what I said, and people then ganged up on me, which is typical of Facebook or Twitter. Well, this was actually all on Facebook, because I don't really tell a lot of people, but I am a town councillor, and somebody came into the town council meeting on Tuesday, was quite rude, quite abrupt with us, and all of us councillors, 21 of us are there, not all of us get some information told, because if you read in the articles, it does say all councillors don't need to know what's going on, or we don't have to be told. So he had his rant, and then there was an article in the paper. So he said, yes, thank you to SKDC, blah blah blah, and basically put us town councillors down. So it's to do with the cooperative. He's gone on holiday. One, quit or resigned his position. Wasn't sacked, like this person stated. So that is actually slander, because he said he got sacked and he hasn't. He resigned. But I've been nitpicky and said, gone into an argument. I said my piece. I said, I'm sorry that a member of staff has took a week off work. If you listen to the town clerk, she did tell you that she contacted SKDC, and if SKDC don't send us a member of staff, that isn't our fault. She got everything covered. So, I was being polite, pointed out some factors, and of course, obviously, I've read previous messages, so I put it into there, and sometimes, they wanted to use all their money on banquets and this, that, and the other. Actually, we don't. To my knowledge, we haven't used it each. If you go on the website, finances get a budget, amenities get a budget, events committee gets a budget, and they have to use that budget within. So everything is calculated
within the budget.
Yeah. So like the OAPs, that will come function going on for the in town soon. That will be coming out the events budget, because the events committee puts it on. So I like to politely put it out to people, look at these before you start shooting off, look at what goes on. So I think it's quite reasonably polite. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't thingy. I was pointing out the fact, we had 2 cooperatives on. We're now down to 1, and he's on holiday. No, the banquets don't go on to us at all, and no, we don't have any extras. And if you go on the web page, you also find out who claims expenses and who doesn't, and you'll find that 95% of the councillors on the committee don't claim expenses. And we get that
I
thrown.
wouldn't use a percentage, just say most of the councillors.
Most of the councillors don't then, yeah. So, so I pointed all that out. Then I had this bloke coming back saying, the job application was a bit complicated. Well, when you do job applications today, you have to be a bit more specific what goes on. You're no good turning around and saying this, this and this, and you're not capable of doing the role. So, you've got to look at everything. So, and I said, when we do appreciate them. Now, I was the one who put it through the town council for us to put a get together for the volunteers, because I volunteer my time, a lot of things, to other people out there. And do you know what? It's nice for some people to appreciate it. So I've always said, since I came to town council, can we put a function on for the volunteers as appreciation, as a thank you? Let them, and then another one come up with a certificate, and then we went into lockdown. Then when we come out of lockdown, we put a function on, but it wasn't any little snacking for them, because obviously COVID rules were not allowed. So, I've done a lot of things behind the scenes. Unfortunately, I'm not the one who likes to boast, because when I do volunteer stuff, I do it for the kindness of my heart, not to go like a peacock, look at me. So back to my rant. So I pointed out, we went for a gift. I wasn't on the finance committee that day. I go to observe. And I was actually having an argument with a town councillor to allow this bloke to have a better gift as appreciation. And I actually argued with him. I said, I know I'm not supposed to sit here and observe and not cast an opinion, but I can't sit here and listen to this any longer. He works very hard. He gets up at the crack of dawn. And if you don't believe what I've said, there are recordings done of these meetings. And I said, and I think he deserves it. So, So I've done that, and then he's come back in and he says, "Oh well, I used the equipment for the town." I go, "But nobody asked you to use that for the town. We had a feeling he would have done, but you know what I mean."
You didn't mean for it to be used for the town. It was just meant for him.
Yeah, for him. So I have this bloke then comes in attacking me. And what he says, and I love to say it, but he's put official complaint in about me, so I've got to have it out with him in person. So he's put this complaint in, and I was like, what? I'm not going to get into an argument or discussion on FB. Meet me in person. And he says, blah, blah, I've put this complaint in. And now I'm getting on, oh, you don't appreciate these volunteers. You're not a supporter of them. No, I am quite happy for anybody who volunteers a time. What I don't appreciate is people twisting my words. The bloke says, oh, yeah, well, whatever with my counselling work. You don't want to vote me in again? That's fine. I'm not fussed about, it's not the end of the world if I don't get voted in again. You know, and this, because I wasn't taken aback or upset by him, they just kept coming at me. Oh, you don't like the town. You don't. No, I never said that at all. It's nowhere. I've screenshot the words now. There is nowhere at all I said I hate the town. I'm against volunteers. Doesn't say it, but they're twisting the words to make me look bad. But the person who they're all going on about turned around and says, oh, it's only via local idiot. Well, basically, he's just insulted Stanfordian people by calling them local idiots. But nobody's clocked that. They're too busy targeting at me. And I'm like, but I haven't said anything bad. Because I'm not bowing down to somebody bullying me by saying I'm reporting you to scare me, to intimidate me, to upset me. Sorry, I am not going to bow down to you. And that's the way I work. And I think your behaviour back has been bullying, has been nasty, and everybody turning around. And that's all I've got to say on it. And it's just unpleasant. And because I haven't reacted or responded, because I'm saying I'm having a nice day, I'm leaving the group now, and come away, they kept coming at me. But there's a good thing on Facebook, it's called notifications, and you just go on it and you just remove it. So people were pinging away, and I didn't see it.
Notifications. Yeah,
so I just... And then I got this, I saw somebody say, oh, they got on there, go everybody now, reporter to the clerk, let's all go against her at the court. So this is where we're coming about the council.
Council culture.
Council culture. So, and I'm like, seriously?
So, some people come up with some wrong information. You've tried to correct it.
Yeah.
And now they're turning you into the villain.
Yes.
Yeah. And what happens is, it's not, like, instead of discussing it, they just straight away send complaints.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but they're also encouraging other people to send complaints.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is cancel culture. I think, because, like, it's always been a thing where when somebody's not happy, they write a complaint. That's been going on for centuries.
Yes.
You know, like, somebody would be, like, writing a letter, a grumpy letter to some company a long time ago. Now it's just easier because we can send emails and stuff. But it's how vicious it's getting.
It did. It got vicious. And they just...
Because the thing is, people aren't just happy with a rough telling off and leaving it at that. Like, people really want to ruin other people's careers. And even though, you know, this, you don't get paid for the job or anything, this is more volunteer, but still, people are going out of their way to try and tarnish you in the council.
Yeah.
Instead of just... Social media is such a scary place to write honest opinion. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're a certain level of, like, influence... I wouldn't say influence, I'll say, like... what is it? I don't want the phrase... You know, you're popular on the internet, right? So there's class as power or whatever. You can kind of get away with it more. Also, kind of depending how high up you are in the world. So, in your business or whatever. So, yeah, they're just trying to harm you
and they misinterpret what was said.
Yeah.
And I wasn't being thingy. I just think, you know, look in there and see. And you can see how rude he was when he came in. And I'm like sitting there thinking, well, I don't know. I didn't even know the member of staff had a holiday. To be honest, I'm so wrapped up trying to do things in my own life a little bit and dab in and out, because some things I don't need to know what goes on in the council. My interest is more supporting the people of the council, and I've done loads of little things more than what people realise. I just don't parade it.
And you definitely do need some help with wording things a little bit better, though.
Oh yeah, I do that.
But also another thing is, you know, if you're gonna state something and then somebody comes out with something, and then you follow up with, "I'm not gonna argue or anything," without explaining yourself. So like this, because the person said, like, explain this, and
I can't now because I'm gonna have it in person in the meeting.
Yeah, I know, but like somebody said something, and you said, "Well, you're definitely wrong," and then they tell you to say why.
Well, no, he's having it because I turned around and said, "I'm not going to explain at the moment because it'll come across and you will look an idiot." And because I said you because he missed out, "you will look," and then used the terminology idiot. You go, "Oh, so you're calling me an idiot?" No, I just don't want to get in the battle. I'm saving your face here.
You should have just made him look like an idiot. That's
I
it.
know, that's what I should have done.
Yes, but the thing is, but then you still responded saying that you're not going to get into the argument, which is the problem is if you're going to state something, you've got to back it up. You can't just state something and then say.
Which I was quite happy to turn around and discuss in person.
Yeah, but you know what these people are like? They're not going to discuss in person.
Well, he's not a very nice person anyway, from what I've heard.
They're going to sit behind the keyboard and act like a big brave thing until it comes to personal, and it's the opposite.
Yeah, well, I've heard that he's not the most pleasant bloke to come across anyway, so but that doesn't bother me. The taller you are, the harder you fall. But it just made me laugh. The so-called person called the locals idiots, and they're all kissing his backside, and he calls the locals idiots, and I thought, well, that's a nice thing calling Stanfordians, isn't it? Idiots.
I mean, not wrong though.
So,
I'll be honest, I don't like this town. I don't like the people in it. I just don't like how it's run. I just don't like the town. I'd much rather be out of the town, really. But I can't right now. As much as I want to.
I do a lot of fighting for the poorer people in the town because it's classed as a rich town. So all the poor people get ignored. And we don't get any extra funding and this, that and the other, or if you apply for something they don't get it because of our postcode. So I've been doing lots of fighting there, and I'm at a stage now where I just think, why if people can turn on me like this, why should I make the effort? And I'm talking about the people, the ones that picked on, that live in council houses. They're the ones I'm trying to...
You're trying to help people and you're getting burned.
I'm just drained. I'm seriously drained.
Yeah. That's why I say that like this town is collapsing. It's falling apart, and I think it's just better off to let it happen. Just step back and watch it crumble.
But it is going to. I see it because I'm in there, and I'm thinking it's all gonna happen soon.
This place is irredeemable.
You talk to people who are millionaires that have no idea how the budget's run. You know, the wealthy that live in the middle of the town with these £1 million houses, they have no idea about how the budget's run. They think they can double in that pot of money, and 2 months later the pot is going to be refilled, and you're like, no, it's not going to be refilled at all. That's it. You've got to wait till next year. So you kind of...
It's
sort of like frustrated going, you don't get how the council works.
But it's also like a person you know who I think they needed support or something, and they said to you they didn't realise how bad it was until what's that? Yeah, I saw his message, but I'm on the podcast, aren't I?
Yeah. So I know about quite a few.
Yeah, you're trying to do a lot to help the people, and they don't care.
Mm.
But it's also like when we're handing out leaflets and stuff, and you had those people being so rude to you.
Oh well, like at Christmas, one Christmas market. You know, I'm there at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I'm one of the people that getting the town Christmas market up. If we weren't having us, it wouldn't be happening. So I'm there doing everything. I've gone through all the plans, all the bird's eye plans, putting in the health and safety rates, all in my spare time. Gets there at 4 a.m, because I knew our mayor at the time, Maxine, got lung cancer, so I knew she wouldn't make it. So I said, look, I'm on the committee, but I'm the one on the committee where I'm not a figurehead on the committee. And I said, look, I'll turn up at 4 in the morning. You won't be able to do it. Your lungs won't be great. It'll be chilly. I will go there at 4 in the morning. I work with the town clerk. I work with the admin. And I worked with them, helping to get the stalls put up, ready for SKDC to turn up, to do their bits, the roads to be closed off. I did all that at 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't leave there till gone 8 o'clock at night. That's me giving my free time for a £5 lunch voucher. All day for £5 lunch voucher. And of course I had to close off one of the roads for health and safety reasons, because Santa's going to come down in a minute. The amount of abuse I had of people, to a point I was ready to say, here's my Hiver jacket, you put it on, you do it, and pick up my wage packet at the end of it.
Which is basically nothing.
Which was going to be, because somebody, I'm waiting for a smart ass to go, well, how much is that going to be? And I go, find out at the end of the day, which would have been nothing. So, you know, there's a Halloween do we put on for the children. Obviously, we had to cancel it off because of the storms, and 2 big massive branches came down where we were going to do it. I'm cleaning the toilet. This bloke says, oh, she's stuck up, or she's arrogant, or she's this, or she's that. I was scrubbing the bloody toilets for the kids and the parents to use. And you say, I'm stuck up? I live in a council house, mate. You know, get a grip before you accuse it. Because I know that some of them are wealthy. And I'm just like, oh, just... So I've removed myself off the that page now. I'm just not interested.
I think, well, seeing as you're also not getting support by certain people, because you're going out there defending them, so just don't bother.
No, I'm not.
Let it class.
No, I'm not. I've been roughly accused by a friend today that I was going to throw her under a bros, and I'm like, what the hell are you on about? So I was like, you know what, I really just don't want to do dealing with
you're getting
them
into,
at the moment.
Like, you trying to help is getting you into more trouble than if you just didn't do anything.
Yeah, so I'm stepping back now.
So just don't bother helping. It's time to give up this place.
So I'll just go along and do what I need to do, and then just...
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like somebody, so when I said I've pick litter up, or if my bin's out, I always say to somebody who's walking past with a dog poo in the back, there's my bin there, just throw it in my bin. My bin's normally in the passageway. If you've got it in your house, because we don't really have bin round where I am, just shove it in my bin. You know, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, some people's behaviour. I don't believe you pick-a-littered. I don't care what your opinion is. It's like when somebody says to me, oh, I don't think you did pick a litter. Yeah, I do. I just don't do it with a bunch of people. I'm a
You don't do it as part of like a
group,
a voluntary organisation or something.
Yeah, I like doing things in my own time, in my own space, without the gun being put up my head. You know, because I don't like big groups of people, because when they start bickering against each other, I get dragged into it, and I don't like being dragged into arguments.
Yeah.
You know, I'm for an outgoing, bubbly person who likes to have a laugh and a joke and get into daft, mischievous things. I don't like getting involved in arguments because life's too short. I'm like, I don't want to get dragged in. So I go, I don't know. Didn't hear everything, even though I did. I'm like, keep me out of it.
And I do get it. Like,
and that's why I don't hang out with loads of gangs of people.
Because I'm the same. I see something, I see some dumb stuff people come out with, and it's just like, I want to say something. I really want to say something. But I can't. My reputation. So
yeah, so he's now demanding a complaint, which makes me laugh. He's put this complaint in, right? That never mind that the town clerk is busy with everything going on and all these COVID restrictions and catching up with everything going on. So now he's gonna added extra pressure onto her because it's dealing with her, the finance, which we don't know who's going to be in charge of the finance, and the mayor, which, well, we all know it's going to be Taylor. So they've got to find time to get me in. Which is more added on, which then the clerk's got to then do a report on.
I should do a quick question privately. Just wanted to confirm if this is okay to mention. But yeah, like dealing with the complaint issue also takes up taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
So,
you know, so never mind. Then they have to then interview him. Then we have to have an interview then 1-to-1 together. For what? All because I said I don't want to discuss it yet. Because I was trying to save you looking having egg on your face.
well, the thing is also they're making a big deal out of one complaint. Because like, I understand like when somebody complains, you just look at it, you know of it, you acknowledge it. I mean, and you take consideration into it. They'll probably say, hey, you know, like this is what's happened. Is there anything you want to say about it or whatever? Probably throw an email back just to say, yeah, this is what's happened, and stuff. And they might just come back and say, all right, we get it, but just go easy next time, yeah. Wouldn't be a big deal. Instead, they're dragging you in, going through a whole process just because of one complaint.
And if you think I'm going in the daytime, in my time, I'm telling you now, you think again. Because I don't have to turn up in the daytime. So I'm not going to do it. So if this interview goes ahead, it will be done in the evening.
Well, you have to account not to bring those people to productions. Yeah. So it's saying having separate accounts, so not to bring like this horrible kind of thing to people like that. You know, getting issues towards the production. Yeah, because what was I saying? Yeah, because like, if there's multiple complaints, then
that's what they're trying to do, though, isn't it? Get multiple complaints.
Yeah, but I meant like if the council's receiving multiple complaints, then it's probably enough to bring you in. But over one complaint, it's probably just a back and forth of the emails, and then put it to bed.
And then if you read, because obviously these were tinging messages quicker than I don't look on social media a lot. So I went, oh, okay, I get that, I understand that. Thank you, thanks for putting me that, because some cows came up, reinsurance. And this one that's put the complaint in, the J, is gone, well, she hasn't said sorry, she hasn't said sorry, she hasn't said sorry. Well, actually, if you go 3 messages up, it does say, thanks for that, reinsure people.
Remember, nobody cares for the positive stuff. That they see the negative and they latch.
I know.
They just like.
It's a good job I got a weird sense of humour, isn't it? So I'm.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And I can't even leash the beast because I have to be a good girl.
But yeah. So it's always good. Like in some cases, it's good to separate yourself, so then your work life doesn't get affected by council culture. So if we talk about council culture generally, it's just horrible people who are trying to destroy your career, and and not only that, but then sometimes they encourage other people, even if other people don't know about what's going on. They bring other people in to ruin your career, and people have lost jobs and stuff. And like over opinions, as Pitybug says here. You can't have an honest opinion without people coming to destroy you. Like, I've got a lot of honest opinions, and I'm refraining myself.
I keep my mouth shut, believe it or not. You wouldn't really want to know what I'm actually really thinking. It's lethal.
You're kind of like
I'm
50%
honest.
there.
I'm honest with kindness. That's how
Okay.
I see it, but... annoy me,
Like,
and
I'm refraining myself
I'm a
more
devil.
and more. I mean, like little bits of me have leaked out every now and then, but just in smidges. But I've said to some people once, like, I'd love the day when a tweet of like a controversial tweet of mine gets sent to the company I work for and goes up to the director's office, and then it gets handed to me, like I'm gonna fire myself.
No, that has happened to somebody, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, where somebody's written something, complaints have been written from the internet and sent to them. They're in their office doing the work, and suddenly they get it handed to them. It's like, okay. It's like,
Thanks for the complaint, but I'm not going to sack myself.
yeah.
No, because I'm a great believer. You can be honest with people, and you're free speech, but you've got to be kind with it. So this is where the man and the woman version comes in, isn't it? I'm all lovey-dovey, hearts,
Just
rainbow.
shout them anonymously. Problem solved.
Oh, well, once it's over and done with, I will properly go into detail what's done, because I just don't want to give this... Because I might send this link to him through Messenger, come and watch my podcast.
Yeah, and buy my merch while you're at it.
Yeah.
See what tiff you're having with her? Not my problem. Come buy my merch.
Come subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
We don't mind subscribing.
Yeah, cancel culture. It sucks. It's kind of dumb. Yes, you can complain about someone. You can probably call them a douchebag if you want to. But trying to destroy their career just because they said something you didn't like is dumb.
But I was being nice, and because I turned around and said we did it as appreciation, it didn't take long for you to throw the gift in his face, and he's using it for the town purpose of the town and not getting a refund or keep the maintenance. And I'm sitting there going, oh well, I won't tell you what I think. So I'll leave it. So tune in. You never know the next bit of the Mindstorm Productions and Auntie Ange.
What are you going on about?
I don't know, just brought.
You just started making random noises.
No, I was thinking, like end of a soap or something goes like EastEnders go,
Oh, yeah.
and you're like on a cliffhanger. I'm leaving this on a cliffhanger, so I have a complaint about me again. I will be going in.
So
soon.
I guess we'll find out in a week or two when you have your.
And I most probably tell you a little bit here, and then a little bit there.
Yeah, cancel culture sucks, and it's kind of dumb. People get
Cancer.
cancel.
Cancel. But it sounds like cancel as in COUL, not CAN. CEL.
Cancel. Yeah, it's dumb. It's very dumb.
Yeah, so.
I mean, if somebody's done something really bad,
then they deserve the complaint.
Well,
oh no! Apparently he's going to the papers about me as well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and he's the one who's been.
Does he have a life? Does he even have a job? Or is he just
he has a life. He's self-employed by the sounds of it. I don't know much about him, but he's been the big I am because he's gave some money towards the thingy. I think he's self-made money kind of person. I think it's got to his head a bit.
Because what I'm seeing from this is that he hasn't really got much of a life. He's just kind of wasting his spare time making a mountain out of a molehill.
I'm too lazy, aren't I? I go, I can't be bothered. I'll say my piece to somebody and then I walk off. I don't, and then I like getting into mischief and fun and driving these horrors insane. I remember when you come back from uni and you finished completely back home, and we're in the kitchen, and your little bro come up to you and went, "She's all yours now. I've had enough looking after her." I was like, "You what?" Taking in shit, and the way you made it sound is like I was hard work. You know what I mean? I didn't see the youngster in his bedroom living in it. I'm fed up of looking after her. Your turn now. Cheeky little bleeder.
It always has to be my responsibility, doesn't it?
That's what you get when you're the oldest, babe. Just imagine how bad it was if you didn't have the siblings. You know what I mean? That if you was the only child, that responsibility to look after your mum.
I know. Scary.
I had that off somebody, didn't I? Oh, your son looks after you. I think it's disgusting a woman your age has a son looking after you. Really? Okay.
Not like we all kind of do our own thing and mind our own business half the time.
You're like, Mum, are you in? Yeah. Oh, I heard the door go. That's the right parcel. No, I haven't gone out yet.
Yeah, like something, you just disappear and it's like, oh, where's Mum gone?
And then I get a phone call.
Oh, okay.
Where are you? Oh, just nipped out.
Probably just drop a text like, right, that's mainly so I can figure out how long you're going to be, so then if there's something I want, I know when to bother you again.
I say to you, back in 10, half an hour later I come home.
Yeah, we have to take the time you do and times it by 5.
It's like me when I do my massaging. How much alcohol do you drink? Oh, 3 pints, times that by 3.
I was thinking a little transition, because you wanted to talk about gaming and versus football.
Oh yeah,
but before we do, I want to talk about this bit here. Remember, we were talking about the colours.
Yes.
So I did this quick, literally a few minutes before the podcast, but we were talking about, should we leave it as gold like it is right now?
Why am I looking up there when I can just look here?
Just look right there, right at the camera, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
So, because originally I was going to make it orange.
I like the gold.
Yeah.
Didn't Pitybug like the gold? Did you like the gold, Pitybug?
Yeah. So originally I was going to take it back to orange, because I thought gold for the whole 100. But then and Pitybug said that he liked the gold version, because that's what I think it would look. There you go, look like that. People like cancelling because they can feel like they're being the justice hero, but from other people it just looks like bullying. Yeah, basically.
It is bullying.
Basically that.
It is bullying.
So there you go. This is what I was going to do. I was going to put it back to that. But it was a good point that, you know, the different colour looked nice. But also, because I said we're going to experiment with other colours.
Go on, then.
So then I thought, there's green.
Ooh, green.
Or purple, maybe.
Oh, purple's nice.
So I guess when it comes to your guys' decision, so if you're watching the repeat of this, just mention it in the comments. Podcast 101, where we teach you how to podcast.
But the dog sneezed on me.
Oh, lovely. That's actually funny. We should have done that for this one. Podcast 101, how to podcast. Basically, just kind of sit someone down, get a microphone, and just talk about random rubbish. There you go, Podcast 101.
Anything that springs to mind.
With you, it is, yeah.
With me, yeah, because I just dribble onto other subjects, don't I? Or divert.
Wait, I got to deactivate nightlight. Oh, okay, so you can check it out. All right, so here it is in purple. Here it is in green. There's the orange. That was going to be the original plan, and this is back to gold.
Oh, by the way, is your cap nice? It looked nice before it went, and did it arrive in nice condition?
Seems like it. I didn't show you the
Pitybug.
pictures, did I?
No, you didn't. Did you
I
not?
didn't. I should get it up, shouldn't I? So you can see.
He failed to show his mother things.
Yamada. Well, just like we said. Boop.
That's nice.
Yeah. And in future, it will be in a box. I've been spending ages trying to find boxes, the correct boxes, because they need to be a good size. The ones I saw in the past were too big, but I found a box wholesaler that does. I can actually pick the sizes a bit better for.
Oh, that's good.
So in future, hats will be in an actual box. That's a good fit for them.
That's all right then.
All right, so yeah, here we go. So it's gold, the original orange, green.
Where's your cap, by
Purple.
the way?
My hat, it's downstairs, I think.
Let me
That
go
one's a
get you when
snap.
it's locked.
That's a snapback. Bought that years ago.
Yeah, well,
And I just decided to print it.
and you can put anything on them.
I can put absolutely anything. I've been the one printing at the moment, but it's supposed to be sent to me.
Oh, and you're planning on doing your charming again soon, aren't you? After you've done this book.
Drawing Charming Shadow again, yeah.
I'm back.
Hello again. You're going to put the hat
Look.
on?
I can't get my hair on.
Put your hair through it. I was going to say, put your hair through it. That's the
No,
style.
because I got the clip.
There you go, Auntie Ange, the gangster.
Hey, that's got to look kind of nice, doesn't it? I might pinch this, actually.
Oh, you know, you can order a print and I'll get that sorted for you.
Yeah. But we'll have to do with the podcast, though, won't it? Okay.
Yeah. You know what I could have done? I could have done the golden 100 on the front for the hats, but I didn't want to deal with hats for the podcast 100. But I could, if need be. There you go. That looks pretty good. The hat ponytail like that as
Actually
well.
look quite nice with the hat
Check
on.
out the side. Just turn your head to the side. Do you see it? I was going to say if you face this way,
Does that look better?
well, turn around. Yeah, turn around. Yeah.
Bright eyes.
Look that way. There you go. Can you see it better now?
My hair's so long.
But yeah, what do you think colour-wise as well?
I might get one, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, the snapbacks
nice,
that I
isn't it?
actually do, they look more producer-like, so you look like a creative professional when you wear them.
I look nice in Bill's hat, actually.
How about make it represent your emotion? Red when you're angry, dark blue when you're sad.
What for? The 101
For the
or me?
podcast. So when you're having a rant, I'll change it to red.
Do the keyboard. Auntie Ange on a rant again.
Make it fade.
I actually quite like this, actually. I might get
Yeah.
myself one. The cat would suit me, but I got the cheeky face for it, I think.
Oh, I've got spares. You can test
Somebody
on that.
took the mick out of me. They go, you do not look your age. I remember on our ex-neighbour, he goes, how old was you when you had your kids? 8. Oh dear, it's fun.
Right. Football versus gaming. Gaming versus football. Whichever sounds better.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer to watch gaming or would you prefer watching football? And I only got into this topic because of
Oh, I
Mel
thought you were about playing gaming.
playing gaming, but watching it as well as YouTubers.
Oh, okay.
Because you're football manics, men or women, and they like going and watching out loads and loads of football. Or I think you have your gamers. Can you combine people liking football and like gaming, or is it like
FIFA. The football game.
yeah, but that's playing it, not watching it though, isn't it?
Would you watch it?
But then, yeah, but saying that, though, there's my racing. I like my racing. I brought a racing one and I never played it. I've never got around to playing it. My racing one, I got a racing Xbox game. And I never got around to playing it.
Huh.
Racing cars around the track.
Yeah. Ooh.
The only one I get around to racing with is the Mario ones when I'm playing on my Wii.
You know what I need to get you next is Crash Team Racing. It's Crash Bandicoot, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
You know the price went up on that recently. I've had it saved in my save list for ages.
Oh, I'm ready for when you want to treat your little mummy, and then mummy
Yeah.
keeps saying to you, don't buy me anything at the moment, don't buy me anything. Actually, I do need a hairdryer. But I might start nicking a cap and start wearing it on me. But I wonder if I've got a cap floating around somewhere. I have actually, I think.
That's a cap. That's not a cap. The style will look very different.
I've got one of these somewhere.
Snapbacks
surely.
Snapbacks are flat and wide, and they're wider.
Are they? Well, what's this one then?
Snapback.
And what cap do I have? Because I have a cap.
Caps have curved and they're smaller.
Oh, we'll have to have a look, see which one I've got floating around. I might start wearing it actually.
Yeah.
I've got a hair floating here, and
I
it keeps
see
hitting it. Got it.
Yeah. So gaming. So yeah. You
Yeah,
So I think the idea is quite a lot of people who are more football focused aren't that
Gaming.
interested in gaming, are
Yeah.
they? Or watching gaming. But and the gamers are less likely to be interested in football, aren't they?
Yes, that's what I think. What do
And
you think?
My friend Jack,
Tell me.
he combines it by playing FIFA. His reactions when he plays are so funny. He gets so mad at the game.
What, fever?
FIFA, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he gets so angry, and it's so funny because like
Why?
you hear his reaction. I even recorded it once, but I don't think I saved it. But he gets so mad.
Does he?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Ah.
I might have put it in our chat somewhere. Actually, I'll have to have a look. See if I can find it one day. You just hear him raging at the game. He gets so mad. I said to him, if he recorded that or even streamed it, he would get big views because like that would be.
Well, it's
perfect.
2 birds with 1 stone, isn't it? Gaming and football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it's just his reaction.
Should do it on your channel, and then you get more people watching your channel.
Hire him as a.
I think I
FIFA
keep
gamer.
myself a bit reserved though. I get a bit when I play my Crash Bandicoot. I think I get a bit nervous and because I know I'm on the camera. When I'm not on the camera, I'm worse. I'm actually worse.
I'm actually more tame on camera than I am in person, aren't I?
Yeah,
like you
think
know
I
what
am.
I'm like with Callum, yeah. But when I'm on camera, I'm actually more tame.
You made me laugh when you was going at your sister the other week, but you weren't recording doing normal
Oh,
gaming. And you
yeah.
was telling her off, and I was sitting downstairs chuckling away at myself and having, put that down. Don't listen to this. Don't do that.
The
So
stress
yes.
they put me through.
So, do you prefer gaming or football?
Yeah.
See, and the reason why I say this, because I get there now. God knows I'm in time practicing. I was discussing it with my friend, and I told him I was Crash Bandicooting. And he says, oh, I've watched you for about 5 minutes and got bored. It's not my thing. But he watches football. So that what made me go, ding! The
Yeah.
little light went above
That's
my
a good
head.
point. Yeah. Do you watch? It's also some people when they get grumpy as well. It's like, oh, why are you watching these gamers or video game people playing video game? Why don't you just play it? And it's like, but don't you watch football?
Or rugby. is it another rugby? What other sports you can do would you prefer over it all?
It's like the idea is you're both watching people play a game that you're also capable of doing yourself.
Yeah, true. But it's like, change subject slightly, because it's all sports. If somebody says to me, I got chatted up by this bloke and he was a stock car race driver, and I'm going back years ago, over 10 years ago. And I said, yeah, I like stock cars. And then on my second date meeting up with him, I went, I've got a confession and I'm not really into stock cars. And you can see him going, ooh. I said, I'm more into banger racing. Well, he lit up like a Christmas tree then.
Like the smashing up ones.
Yeah, I prefer that. And then it's like a previous date, I dated somebody, and he says, and he's an ex-rugby player, and he turned around and he says, do I mind rugby? I said, no, because everybody at Deeping got to know wasn't rugby. I was called Ange with the minibus because of all the kids. So he says, no, because I used to watch a bit of rugby in Deeping, not regularly, but I used to, because obviously I've got young children.
It's just something you did every now and then, yeah.
Once in a blue moon, because my friends are all in it. And I said, so out of football and rugby, I prefer rugby, which made his day.
Because you like them getting...
I like them chunky.
You like the big beefy boys fighting each other, do you?
They get stuck in. Not like football. They, I mean, don't get me wrong. Them studs are really vicious when they do get hit by and kicked by them. It must be painful. But you know
when
when
they
get
over dramatic over nothing.
Please bring in the paramedics on the trolley.
Pitybug says, "What's the difference between soccer and football?"
Nothing.
Just the word.
Yeah, Americans call it soccer. We call it football.
Watching gaming is less stressful than watching football. Yeah, that's quite interesting as well, actually. Yeah, because like you can.
I don't know unless you're watching me. I think I've been. Here's a complaints about me screaming.
And in a way, yeah, because like in football, like I guess when you really want a team to win, you're just like, yes, come on.
In there
Whereas gaming is like you're just seeing a guy play a game, really. But what is it? In some cases, though, if you're really eager to see someone succeed or something, you kind of really get into it as well. Because I've done that where I've watched a YouTuber play a game and like trying to see them beat the game or something, and I'm just like, come on. Like it's not as bad as what it would be if you know seeing other people watch football. Or like the World Cup.
For us, is it?
It's the only time I really watch football is when it's the World Cup
or Eurovision. Not Eurovision, Euro Cup.
Yeah.
Eurovision's a singing.
That's the only time I've really, and like even then I barely watch it as it is. But like you really feel it when it's playing. But yeah, the different. Yeah, so I don't understand why Americans call it soccer, to be honest.
Yeah, but they're basketball. No, not basketball.
They're football.
No, the one with the bat.
Baseball.
Baseball. I couldn't think then. I'd love to know if any of these are laughing at me when I come out with stuff like their baseball is our rounders, which I used to love rounders. I used to really love rounders.
Doesn't our rounders have a smaller bat that you typically swing one-handed?
Yeah, they're more like a bit of a big one.
They've got a bigger one that you double up.
But this is a sad part as me. I used to argue for us because we used to have netball. I would rather play basketball because netball's boring. And I'd rather get in there. Rounders is baseball, but when I was growing up as a girl, because we're still in a bit dinosaur stages.
Go on.
We didn't have women football teams like we do today, or basketball teams, or rounders. You know, I would love to grow up as a kid playing rounders and do it as a profession.
Tell you what,
that's what I would have
see.
Loved to have done, as well as being a race driver, banger racing, but.
I'll get back to the football and soccer thing in a second. What I'd like to see is if they mix, do like mixed gendered football. You know, like men and women together, like.
Oh, women will thrash them.
No, so not like men versus women. I want to see it where it's like combined together, like.
Yeah,
men
but
and women
if
in
it
each
did,
team. I really
the
want to
women
see that.
would thrash the men because the women get stuck in compared to the men in the women's football. But yeah, that'd be quite interesting.
No,
you've got men and women playing Liverpool's and men and women playing Manchester. You know.
What if I organise that, make a video out of it?
You could do.
How about that, guys?
Actually, we could look into it and then get people involved and try and raise it as money for charity. To speak to the social club that you're doing.
Yes, couldn't I?
speak to them when you have your meeting because he's doing their...
Because sports and social, aren't they? So,
yeah, so if you're doing a web page for them, you got a meeting with them, obviously not tomorrow because it's bank holiday Monday, mention it to them and raise money for local funding. I was actually in the middle of helping somebody with homelessness with crisp packets and that, but the minute I told her she needed a bank account and helped her, she disappeared. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to.
We're kind of skipping ahead. I wanted to get back to this. So I don't understand why Americans call it soccer. And like because
they like
their
calling
football,
things different.
Their football is our rugby.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, but they like to be awkward, Americans. I mean, let's face it. Come on. I know I've got a few American viewers here, but I'm sorry.
You're going to get cancelled?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to have complaints coming in. Please find it under the shredder.
Am I going to get a bunch of emails now saying, Auntie Ange said this?
Oh, Auntie Ange comes out with a lot of naughty stuff.
I'll just be like, so Auntie Ange, you want to see the emails?
Do you want to do a public announcement of apologising?
make an apology video.
I will give you an apology video. Plus, I will then do it a bit like then. Here's a clip from what's that park? What's that? South Park?
Oh, South Park.
Here's
We're
a clip.
Sorry.
From Matt previous. Sorry. And put some Park.
No. We'll sort it out. Don't worry.
Actually, shall I do a Mickey take of? I'm sorry that you aren't that bright.
No, because then you ruined it just there. It's just, we're sorry. Sorry. Because that sounds sarcastic enough as it is. And then,
learn different foreign languages and apologise and sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I can't ask you what's sorry in Japan because it'd be in his language and I wouldn't have a clue.
You won't unless Pitybug can like type it how you say it, because you know how people you can type it up. Also, Pitybug says, like, I don't like fans of both teams collide each other after a football game.
No.
Yeah, where they get all bloody...
Football hooligans.
Yeah, it's... all it is just a bunch of people that want to go fight, and that's what it is.
Yeah, you always find majority of them sometimes are white collar.
But whenever there's something going on, there's always a bunch of people that are only in it for fighting people and causing harm.
Yeah, well...
Just like Antifa, they're just a group of people that want to fight people and get away with it.
In my home town that I was growing up in, you'd be walking across and it's called the Bear Pub, because then you have a dancing bear outside, and you'd be walking along. And thank God it's a good straight because you have a coach going through it. And next minute you see flying bodies come out the pub window, and you'd be going, so Stafford lost then. Stafford Rangers lost then. Could you just see a body flying out the pub, and you're just walking along and you're going, oh, Stafford Rangers lost again. Yeah, so you don't even need to know the score. You just know by seeing a flying body coming out the pub. It didn't happen often, but it's quite funny. Well, it wasn't really funny because somebody could get hurt, but it's something you chuckle at when you get older and you think, do you remember the days when somebody used to get thrown through the pub window and the football team lost? It did go quiet, actually. All the hooligan did stop for a while, and then it started to show its ugly head again. And
it's the police pretending to be the civilians, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't help. But
start a few fights, don't they? It's because they want to get that. They want to hit that arrest quota, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. Let's hit the arrest quota. But no, I agree. I don't like the fighting afterwards.
Have you ever heard of 4chan Cup? Those watchers are the worst. That they have both toxic elements of gaming and football. Really? Yeah, I never actually really been on 4chan. I know of 4chan. It's like another forum website, discussions and stuff. I'll have to have a look at that.
Well, we was watching, because I watched Fury fighting his boxing the other day. I think it was a White. It was quite funny because you could see Fury getting a bit annoyed because he kept hooking him in. In the end, he just undercutted him. And I was talking to a friend, and he says, he was watching boxing one day. He says, and the crowd started boxing. So he found the clip on YouTube, and you could see Fury trying to fight, and then he's like this, looking in his crowd. Sorry, Star. Punching away, and he's looking in the crowd. And then you could see the other one trying to punch him, going, and he wanted to look at the crowd as well, the other one he was boxing with. And then you see him eventually, and they're both standing there going, and they're not even hitting each other, they're just... Because the crowd behind the people who do all the scoring and the talking, spectators, there was just a big fight going on in the background. So yeah, have a look and see if you can find that clip.
It kind of reminds me of like a film I saw, Real Steel. I have to show you that sometime. It's an interesting film, actually.
That's quite funny to experience that. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
But then at the racetrack, we have nudies running around when they get bored. People strip off and run around the track naked. And then one time I was in there.
Streakers.
Yeah, streakers. They don't do as much on the football grounds like they used to. They do around the racetrack. And then one day was at the bottom of this bar thing, and next to me you hear this crash and everything going up. I don't know if something come through the window. I can't remember. It's back in 2009. And there's a big punch up going on. And you're like, why? There's kids there. Why are you fighting? And then there's a few times I've gone to the racetrack and they've started a fight. I sort of like have a feel when I used to take you lot when you were younger, and I think there's a fight going to brew over there somewhere. And then I need you to gently, come on, let's go around here. And then a fight starts. It's just something you pick up.
Yeah. Oh, I got nothing else to talk about. How about you?
Do you ask any more questions? Anybody out there? Do with sports?
I know one of the things I need to do is fix my keys on the keyboard. Well, as Caino says, I should get one of those little boards that you can push the buttons on. And I've seen one that Elgato do, and it's perfect for what I want. But it's costly. So
we need a few more fundings first.
Yeah, I
do a bit more work.
Get a few more orders.
Actually, yeah, because that person doesn't do these hats neither.
Who?
The one that you're doing the webpage for.
Don't do hats.
So you can always
Offer them.
Offer them
as service, yeah. And decaf mechanics, they're getting closer and closer to getting their
They
merch
got
ready.
a nice cap, yeah.
Yeah,
They've got a gig on Saturday night.
Yeah. And that's
Party Bobby.
Callum's asked me if I can go up and actually get some proper recordings with the camera and stuff up. So I have to get all my gear ready.
So you've got to get all your gear ready. Oh, excellent.
It'd be good as well because I could put it on my website, like, cause, you know, like the merch page. You know how, like, on my page it's got the same background as this, but as the thing. I could actually do videos, so I could probably do like a muted video playing in the background. It's like a scenery thing. But yeah, I think that's everything for me. I've got nothing else to talk about.
No, I've had my little moan to put the
You've
world
had
to
your
rights and all that stuff, so... And if he sees this, he most probably going to put another complaint in. Another.
You see what your counsellor is saying on this YouTube channel?
If I smile, when I smile, my eyes look really small, so if I don't smile, I've got big, nice wide eyes-ish. But I like smiling.
Alrighty. So, firstly, I want to thank my amazing Patreon supporters. We've got Caino the VIP, L, Nggyunglydngraady, Pitybug, and Scary Mary. You can also support us at patreon.com, but motion detected to change colour real time. Yeah.
I've got to be like a little fancy.
Like, but by motion detected to change your colour real time.
On my little finger. Angry. Laughing.
Yeah. If you want to become a supporter, check out patreon.com/Mindstorm Productions to get shout outs and several other benefits. I haven't uploaded that video yet, the behind the scenes of me printing the t-shirt. I've got to do that. I will get there.
I still haven't got around to doing mine yet.
I've been a bit busy, but I do hope soon that I'll get some more people involved in the company, and then I'll be doing a lot more, so don't worry. And also, link mindstormproductions.co.uk, where you can also check out the merch and also other content we do.
And just think, any publicity, bad or good, is publicity.
All publicity is good publicity, as they say. Yeah, when you get cancelled by the Americans. After what you said earlier.
Oh, what was that?
They like to be awkward or something.
Oh yeah, but it's tongue-in-cheek, innit, love? Tongue-in-cheek. And if you've got a complaint,
she's joking.
It's called, to the manager called Shredder. It's called Shredder. Or delete button.
Alrighty. We'll see y'all next week.
time is it? Oh, it's time to cook some
I
tea.
might stream in the week as well, some gaming streams. So stay tuned for that. Just at random times, whenever.
I've got the Bandicoot tune going through my head now.
Alrighty, bye.
See you later. See you next
headphones.
week. Praise
Saying that it feels right.